Absolute Wealth. Real investors, real results.
Hey everybody, this is John Carter from Absolute Wealth, and let's take a look at the S&Ps here. We did have on this index fired off that long squeeze here, pulled back to the 21 EMA, and since then we've fired off long. Now we've been losing momentum, and since then we've slammed hard into that 21 period moving average. In fact, this has been pretty ugly because we've also seen bonds rallying higher, and we'll take a look at that as well. But at this point, there's really, this is an area where in this market we've got to really be careful because we have this nice upward trend line right here that we're coming down, okay? And what's happened with this big sell-off is we've got now a wedge forming, okay? And how this works when we have a wedge forming like this is that, it's very likely we come down here. We could either come up here first, great, but then at some point we test the bottom part of the wedge, and then if we actually close below it, we're in a free fall, okay? And I actually think we are going to see that happening in October. There's a lot of cycles and things like that coming into play, and I am targeting in October a move back to this 50% retracement, which is about 1370, give or take. Okay, so I'm looking at buying some of the October 146 SPY put options to take advantage of this. Okay, I'd just be very, very cautious here on the long side. There are a handful of stocks here that look fine. Looks like they don't care what the market's doing. One of those is Google, that we all know very well. It just doesn't care what the market's doing in any way, shape, or form. And another one I really like is Rackspace, and that did actually pull back after making new all-time highs just yesterday. Okay, another market I like here quite a bit, UNG. This is one, it's natural gas. It doesn't care what the market is doing. Okay, but I'm very, very cautious here on the stock market. There's just a lot of things setting up where it makes sense that this thing just kind of rolls over and dies. Okay, another thing to do is a lot of people can't short. For example, in their IRAs, one thing you can buy here is TLT. This reflects the bond market, and if stocks crash, then the bond market will go higher. Okay, so just be cautious out there on the long side of stocks. We should get a little bit of a dead cat bounce over the next day or two, but then look out to the downside. All right, you guys have a great rest of the trading day, and we'll see you at the next update.